When was the last time you blessed your body, your stomach, your system with good soup, with good Nigerian soup? Ofe Onugbu is the best thing that can happen to your system. Look at this Ofe Onugbu that I made. Succulent, tasteful, very tasteful, and very, very nutritious. You can lick it alone or you can eat it with any fufu of your choice. I just made this rice fufu to digest, to encourage and accompany the Ofe Onugbu. Welcome back to my channel, beautiful people. It's still me, Greg Lama, and today we are going to make Ofe Onugbu. These are the ingredients that we need. Ofe Onugbu, crayfish, palm oil, shaki, assorted meat, assorted fish that I made in my kitchen in my oven, scotch bonnet pepper, ogiri, KNORR cube, UZIZA powder, and of course salt to taste. You can use any meat of. The first step will be to season the meats, the shaki and okporoko, and put it on fire to cook. And then next you will prepare the ede. You can use grinded ede, that's powdered ede if you have, but I used raw ede. I cooked it and pounded it just like we used to do back then at home. Wash the ede, cut off the two sides, the two ends of the ede, and cook until they are tender, and then pound. You'll see how I pounded the ede. And then the next step is the onugbu. Remember to always boil your onugbu before using it to cook your soup, because if you don't do that, except if you are the one that mashed the onugbu, if you don't boil it before using it to cook, you might end up with your soup tasting like a malaria drug. Just put the onugbu inside the pot, pour water to the same level with the onugbu, and bring it to boil. Immediately start boiling, remove it, and drain the onugbu. Don't throw away the water from the onugbu. It is medicinal. It is good for your intestinal regulation, Just save it and drink it maybe in the morning or anytime. Save it in the fridge. Don't throw it away. Then the next step is, now that the meat is cooked and the ede is cooked, I'll pound the ede. I love to pound it because it takes me back to my childhood, then when we used to pound everything in the mortar. But if you don't have a mortar, you can blend it in your blender, or just like I said earlier, you can use a dried blended ede for your soup. Another reason why I prefer to cook and blend or pound the ede is to get that fresh taste from the ede, grinded ede, pounded ede. It has a different taste. It gives a different taste to your soup. If you know, you know. Now to the main thing, you add the palm oil to the water, to the meat that you already cooked. Don't remove the meat, don't remove the okporoko and the shaki, just leave everything there. You add the palm oil. Immediately you add the palm oil, you now add the ede, whether it is the dried ede or the fresh ede that you pounded. You add the ede and then add the fish. I didn't add the fish earlier on because, just like I told you, I made the fish in my kitchen, in my oven, so it is still fresh. It is not yet so like dried. So I added the fish and then the ogiri so that they will start forming that relationship that will bring everything to a wonderful closure. You understand what I mean? When you have done that, then you allow it to cook for some minutes. It's not that it is cooking because you already cooked the ede, you already cooked the meat and everything, but it is to allow the ede to rime and then to, like the lumps, this ede that I pounded, for it to dissolve. But don't allow everything to dissolve before you start adding the next ingredient. And the next thing that you are going to add is the onugbu. Remember, I already boiled the onugbu, like, so the onugbu is already partially cooked, so it doesn't take much time. What I'm going to do right to pound the crayfish and the scotch bonnet pepper. I'm a village woman, so what do you expect? Immediately I added the onugbu. I started hearing songs from every side, from every corner. First from the pot, from my soup pot, and then from my daughter who was around waiting for the soup to get to be ready so that she can enjoy it. Just listening to their sound. Hear that, right? You hear that? Well, I was also very happy hearing that. Then I added the UZIZA powder, the crayfish, and then the KNORR cube. Remember to taste for salt. Your soup is ready. Your onugbu soup is ready. You can lick it, you can just serve it that way, lick it and enjoy the goodness from it, or you can eat it, enjoy it with any fufu of your choice. This is my weekend gift for you. Thank you so much for watching to the end. And don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to my channel. And as you do so, don't forget to stay hydrated. See you in my next video. Bye. Anybody tryna block me, I remove. I sound but I look good, man. I'm just a cool nigga. But if you mess with me, your problem get bigger. And I've been killing all the show.